like that detachment in the attachment and the attachment in the detachment. That's the thing to me.
The what? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I've kind of always been detached, but that has also made it harder for me to fully express my emotions.
And that,
So, do you think there's a time and place to feel and maybe react? Like, for my first thought is if somebody very close to you died and passed away,
mhm,
right? You're gonna kind of be in a reactivity state in that moment.
mhm.
Um, so when, how do you, I guess, like stay detached but attached to that emotion and allow yourself to just fully, because sometimes you do just need to fully
Mhm.
express yourself, whether it be anger,
Mhm.
sadness, grief.
Well, the work is to identify once again, am I detaching myself to save myself? Or is my
Mm,
detachment a real spiritual experience, an expression of who I am? Because I am looking at something that is not me. So I can be detached from it. It's like I'm when you go watch a movie,
mm,
if the movie is a drama, are you like all in and out, like maybe while you're watching the movie, but once you get out of the room,
mm,
hopefully for like the following 20 years, you're not going to be reliving that movie.
mm,
That's the same thing. Technically, it's the same thing, which means everything is a movie that plays in front of us. And the way we're reacting to it or responding to it is, are we an observer of the movie or am I an actor of this movie? We are all technically at once. We can choose to be either the
yeah,
actor, the observer, the director, the script writer, the what, just name it. So yes, the
yeah,
being emotional is the nature of the human being. We want to be emotional. This
yeah.
is like the divine that cannot be emotional unless we
Mm,
are allowing it. That's a lot of power for the
mm,
human being. Now, becoming that emotion and holding on to that emotion, what for?
mm.
We have not understood the power and purpose of emotion as human beings today. We are addicted to emotion.
Well, it's funny because my some of my siblings, because I'm the youngest of four, and I 100% agree with what you're saying, but they don't understand it from my perspective. My sister always makes fun of me. She's like, "Oh, like you have to like schedule your cry or something. Like you have to like schedule your."
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, I mean, yeah, like I have. There's a time and place where, or sometimes, like you were saying, I'll watch a sad movie and where I'm
Mm-hmm.
just like, now's a good time to maybe let a tear out or something from
Oh,
from
I cry
my
in front of
past.
movies. Oh my gosh, do I cry? I mean, yeah, no, that's true. Yet,
Yeah.
it's part of this again, this mastery of of acceptance of what is. When we accept that
Mm,
everything is part of, what we understand is that our reactivity is coming from, again, like perceiving that if somebody dies, for example, it creates separation. This is not the truth. It's not a separation, not
mm,
when you are on vertical expression of who you are. But the people who have not yet experienced and embodied that verticality, they are experiencing only the horizontal version of themselves and in where separation
mm,
exists. So if the body is not here, life is not here. And you are going to be left with a depression caused by that separation that is going to need time to mend. When we
mm,
have access to both of the matrix, you can get out of the matrix horizontal to get into your vertical matrix. And either way, because you are both, we all have access to both, we
mm,
can never be in, once again, we can obviously have a human experience of yes, sadness that is going to be, because there's a truth of this physical experience is never going to be happening ever again. That's true. But
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't mean that the being is not going to be here. We can have an experience of connection with that being, just in a different format. But we first need to create that
Mm-hmm.
format, that awareness of that format,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's the same as, the radio wave. Like, if you only have always,
Mm.
heard AM as your radio, and then your AM breaks, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have a radio anymore, I cannot listen to music anymore. Like,
Mm-hmm.
no, you have still FM, but you have to tune into FM, and that is requiring
Mm.
different subtle networking and connection and fine-tuning. And the work
Mm-hmm.
that of self-awareness, to me, personal development, spiritual growth, it's all about making the subtle and the intangible as tangible as the physical body and the physical experience. When you're in
Mm.
it,
So
yeah, yeah,
like alignment. The first thing that I think of is
yeah,
alignment.
no, totally,
Being aligned. Yeah.
yeah.